Before we dive in, make sure to watch through to the end. I'll break down exactly how much it could cost to fix this problem. Hey everyone! Today I'm breaking down a weird and frankly frustrating brake problem showing up on some Ford trucks. But before we get technical, let me share a quick story. A friend of mine who owns a 2018 F350 started noticing his truck felt sluggish and was using more fuel than usual. He thought it was just the extra weight he was hauling, but after a long drive he noticed a burning smell and one of his wheels was almost too hot to touch. Turns out he was dealing with brake drag, and he caught it just in time before it caused major damage. We're talking about brake drag. Now what is that exactly? Imagine you're driving, but one or more of your brakes are just slightly applied all the time. It's like driving with your foot gently resting on the brake pedal, or having the parking brake partially engaged. This constant friction creates a cascade of problems that can be both expensive and dangerous. Brake drag can sneak up on you. Sometimes, you might not notice anything until you start seeing warning signs, like a drop in fuel economy, a strange smell, or even a slight pull to one side when driving. If you ignore these early symptoms, the problem can get much worse, leading to costly repairs and even safety risks. If you stick around until the end, I'll break down the potential costs to get this fixed, from a simple adjustment to a full-blown brake job, so you know what to expect. Don't miss that part. Let's get right into it. If you drive a 2017 to 2019 Ford Super Duty, we're talking the real workhorses of the Ford lineup, F250, F350, F450, and even the mighty F550, you need to listen up. These trucks are built to haul heavy loads and work hard, which makes a reliable braking system absolutely non-negotiable. Heavy-duty trucks like these face more stress on their brakes than most vehicles. Towing, hauling, and frequent stops can all accelerate wear and make any brake issue more serious. That's why it's so important to pay attention to even small changes in how your truck feels or sounds. The story begins back in August 2018, when Ford put out a special notice for its dealership technicians. It's called a Special Service Message, or SSM, specifically SSM 47486. You might also see it listed under the NHTSA ID 101444944. Now it's really important to understand what this is and what it isn't. This isn't a safety recall. If it were, you'd get a letter in the mail. It's not even a full-blown Technical Service Bulletin, or TSB, which is a more detailed repair guide. An SSM is more like an internal memo, a quick heads-up for mechanics. It basically says, hey, we're seeing this issue. Before you start tearing everything apart, check this one simple thing first. It's designed to save diagnostic time and prevent unnecessary repairs. These internal messages are often overlooked by the general public, but they can be a goldmine for mechanics trying to solve tricky problems. If you're ever having a persistent issue, it's worth asking your service advisor if there are any SSMs or TSBs related to your vehicle. The issue they were flagging is brake drag. So, what are the telltale signs? Well, the most obvious one is your truck feeling sluggish or underpowered. You might hit the gas and it just doesn't accelerate like it used to. It feels heavy, like it's fighting against itself. Another sign is if your truck seems to slow down quickly when you let off the gas, even on flat ground. You might also notice the brake pedal feels a little different, maybe a bit higher or firmer than usual. And if you hear a faint squeal or grinding noise, especially after a drive, that's a red flag. Another huge indicator is heat. After a normal drive, one or more of your wheels might be extremely hot. You might even smell a distinct acrid burning smell, the scent of your brake pads cooking. In extreme cases, you could see a heat haze coming off the wheel or even a rotor glowing red at night. And of course, this constant drag absolutely kills your fuel economy. This isn't just an annoyance, it's a serious safety concern. That excessive heat can boil your brake fluid, which introduces air into the hydraulic lines. If that happens, your brake pedal can go straight to the floor with no stopping power. It can also destroy the seals in your brake calipers and damage your wheel bearings, leading to much more expensive repairs down the road. In rare cases, a dragging brake can even cause a tire to fail or catch fire if ignored for too long. That's why it's so important to address any brake issues as soon as you notice them. Your safety and your wallet depend on it. So what's the simple thing Ford wanted techs to check first? The main culprit, according to the SSM, is the switch for your brake lights, located right at the brake pedal assembly. This little switch does more than just turn on your brake lights. It also sends a signal to the truck's main computer, the Powertrain Control Module or PCM, to let it know when you're braking. If this switch is installed or adjusted incorrectly, specifically, If the plunger on the switch is pushed in too far by the pedal arm, even when your foot is off the brakes, it creates a chain reaction. The switch lies to the truck, and more importantly, this slight preload on the pedal arm can prevent the piston inside your brake master cylinder from fully retracting. This traps a small amount of hydraulic pressure in the brake lines, keeping the pads in light, constant contact with the rotors, and that's your drag. So, Ford told its technicians to check this switch very carefully, referencing the procedures in Workshop Manual Section 206.00. They need to make sure it's fully seated in its mounting bracket. It should click firmly into place. They also need to verify that it's not preloaded, meaning there should be a tiny bit of free play before the pedal arm makes contact with the switch's plunger. If you're a DIYer, you can check this yourself with a flashlight and a little patience. Just be sure to follow the official procedure, and if you're unsure, don't hesitate to ask a professional for help. Now, I've seen some websites suggest this problem affects the F-150 as well. While a similar issue can occur on any vehicle, Ford's official message was only about Super Duty trucks. So if you're not sure, the best thing to do is double-check using your vehicle identification number, or VIN. At the dealer, after inspecting and if needed reinstalling the switch, a proper test drive is crucial. A good technician will drive it to get the brakes up to temperature, then use an infrared gun to check the heat of each rotor. They'll also put the truck on a lift and confirm that all the wheels spin freely by hand. That's how you verify the fix was successful. But here's where it gets complicated. I checked out what owners and experienced technicians are saying online, and the reality is, brake drag has many potential causes. Sometimes it's not the switch at all. One of the most common culprits is a sticking brake caliper, where rust on the slide pins prevents it from releasing its grip. Another sneaky cause is a collapsed internal brake hose which can trap fluid in the caliper. You could also have an issue with the master cylinder failing to release that residual pressure, and sometimes it's even simpler. The brake pads themselves can get stuck in the bracket due to rust and debris. In colder climates, road salt and moisture can speed up rust and corrosion, making these problems even more likely. Regularly cleaning and lubricating your brake components can go a long way toward preventing issues. Interestingly, several mechanics online confirm the switch isn't really adjustable. The fix is simply to unclip it, and then clip it back in, making sure it's fully and correctly seated. That click is the most important part. So what if you want to check this out yourself? There are tons of DIY videos online. A simple check is to go for a 15-minute drive, then carefully check for a wheel that's significantly hotter than the others. You can also safely jack up the truck and try to spin the wheel by hand. If it's hard to move, you've confirmed a drag problem. Another tip, after a drive, carefully feel each wheel hub with the back of your hand. Just be cautious, as a dragging brake can get extremely hot. If one wheel is much hotter than the rest, that's your trouble spot. Alright, let's answer the big question. What's it cost to fix this? If you're handy and check the switch yourself, it might cost you nothing but time. If you take it to a shop just for the switch inspection and adjustment, you're probably looking at $50 to $150 for labor. If the switch itself has failed, the part is very affordable, usually under $30. But here's the important part. If the brake drag has been happening for a while, you may have caused collateral damage. If your rotors are warped or your pads are destroyed, you'll need a full brake job on that axle, which could add another $400 to $800 or more to your bill. This is why catching it early is so important. To avoid these costs, make brake inspections part of your regular maintenance routine, especially if you use your truck for towing or heavy loads. And always listen for new noises or changes in how your brakes feel. So, there you have it. A deep dive into the mysterious brake drag issue on Ford Super Duty trucks. Hopefully, this gives you the knowledge to diagnose the problem, or at least have an intelligent conversation with your mechanic. If this video was helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. And please drop a comment below with your own experience. Your story could help someone else out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on more car tips and fixes. Thanks for watching.